Hey guys, it's Jeff, and today we have an interesting video. We're actually taking a look at iOS 12.4 Beta 1. Obviously, this came to us last Wednesday, and it was quite quickly after iOS 12.3, the official release that is, and we kind of just wanted to run back, share our experience with you guys, and do a follow-up video on what's going on with this beta version and share with you our personal experience. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so iOS 12.4 Beta 1, it was quite a hefty build, coming in at around like 2.8 gigabytes for the iPhone XS Max. And then we also saw an interesting build number, which I kind of displayed when I was initially showing kind of like all the details with iOS 12.4. And we saw an interesting letter at the end. It was a small g, which does indicate that this is a more kind of unstable build rather than the A, B, and C that we're typically used to. So just keep that in mind as we go throughout this video, that the letter G is more on the unstable side of things versus what we've been seeing in the past with a lot of builds with iOS 12.3 betas and iOS 12.2 betas. So yeah, let's go ahead and kind of review the new features that we saw. We actually found a couple more, so that was really nice to see. The Apple TV app, for one, got a slight redesign, so everything just looks slightly different, and the organization of all the TV shows that you actually want to watch, all the shows, movies, and everything like that are organized in a more efficient way, specifically tailored to use. So that was really interesting. A major change that we got was the modem firmware. We're now running 1.06.01, so that was quite a big improvement on the modem firmware that we're seeing within iOS 12.3, the official version. Then we also saw an unlocking animation change. It looks slightly different, more of a zooming in movement, more dramatic on my iPhone here. So that is definitely a welcome change. It looks just a tad bit better, so I really like that. We also saw faster Face ID, so that was really cool. That Face ID is continuously getting improvement here, so you can just go ahead and unlock your device really quickly. And then that improvement to the AR camera actually kind of creeped over to the Memoji and Animoji, where you use the same camera as you do Face ID, and basically the kind of animations are less stuttery, when you go ahead and create emoji or Animoji. So that's really nice. And then just everything is more accurate. So all the facial expressions and movements that you have are displayed accurately on the Memoji or Animoji. So that's really cool. Now, the next change that we saw was actually in the Apple TV experience. So running the equivalent beta software on the Apple TV and then also the iOS 12.4 beta, you have a lot smoother of an experience with the remote control from the control center. It just works a little bit better, way better than iOS 12.3. And for me, it's personally a better experience. Now, the last thing that we saw was the pair of beats that we have in the background there. Those are pairing just a lot faster on iOS 12.4. I don't know what Apple did to change that, but pairing is just extremely quick, and that's a really good experience. I also have heard reports of the AirPods, both first and second generation, being paired a lot faster in iOS 12.4. Now let's get on to kind of like the not so great things about iOS 12.4, kind of a rundown of all the bugs and everything that we're experiencing. Well, for one, the music app is kind of on the fritz right now, in the music app and then also out of it. Mostly the issues that we're seeing are on the control center and then also on the lock screen where you have the music widget. Things aren't updating there. It's kind of like when something is playing, you're just seeing the available option to pause. It doesn't show that it's playing. It doesn't move with the music. You may be playing a totally different song and it's stuck on, the last one, or, something that you've been playing, that you had played like minutes ago. It's just kind of stuck. So that's really disappointing to see, but of course it's beta. It's not really expected to work perfectly, but for some of you that would be really annoying. Now, the next thing that we saw was actually pretty major. The HomePod that we have here was kind of just starting up at random. So middle of the night, during the day, this thing would just start playing. No one touched it. It seems to all be going through the iPhone here. So this just kind of randomly starts playing something on the HomePod, and it's not from the music app. It's just the HomePod starts playing. So that's really weird. We're not activating, our assistant here. It's just playing music. So that's really weird. And if you have a HomePod, that might really annoy you. So that's kind of another reason not to install iOS 12.4 betas currently, like as its current state. Now, another issue that we saw was kind of disconnects and reconnects with Wi-Fi. It's very quick, but it's just kind of annoying if you're, maybe watching YouTube or, streaming something. You get that kind of lag of the connection going in and out, and it's just kind of annoying. Now, the two big issues that we saw, the two major ones, was battery life being one. Battery life was actually pretty terrible. We saw a 5% decrease in battery life over iOS 12.3, which was actually the best battery life that we've gotten within the iOS 12 lineup. So that was super disappointing to see that we took kind of like a step back in the battery progression. So definitely, if you're worried about battery life or anything like that, do not update to iOS 12.4 because battery life is not that great right now. Now, the second issue that we saw was kind of overall performance. As I said, we saw the UI stutters, the UI displacements, and everything like that, but performance is actually not that great on this beta, this first beta. We're seeing a slight decline in performance, but I noticed that everything is just a little bit slower, and then also my phone is just getting slightly hotter than normal. So yeah, we do see a slight decline in performance. Obviously super disappointing to see, since we got some of the best performance that we've seen in iOS 12 from iOS 12.3. So hopefully Apple kind of turns that around and makes things a lot better in beta 2 or maybe the following betas after that. So kind of on to my recommendation of if you should install, because a lot of you guys have been asking me in the comment section, like, should you upgrade to iOS 12.4 to maybe access some new features and see some major changes there? Well, obviously we did see some new features within iOS 12.4 beta 1, but we also saw a lot of bad things, and my personal recommendation would be to just kind of hold off, because there's not enough good things to outweigh the bad things within this first beta. So I kind of just hold off, one being because the battery life is super terrible, and we're just seeing a lot of bugs within this beta version that might affect your app experience, your experience on a day-to-day basis. It's just not really a good recommendation to be putting this onto your daily driver. Now, if you have a device like a spare iPhone, iPad, whatever that you don't really use, sure, go ahead, check it out. But if you are wanting to install this onto your daily driver, maybe just wait until the next few betas. Now, the second thing I wanted to talk about was really the reason of iOS 12.4 coming so quickly, and that is likely because we will be seeing the Apple Card, Apple's own credit card, coming to us this summer, is what they said. And I expect, since iOS 12.4 betas were launched so quickly after iOS 12.3, that we will be seeing that card very soon. Very likely at WWDC, they might actually kind of release that to the public. So we don't know what to expect there. We don't know what Apple's plans are, but I do expect to see that Apple Card release fairly soon with iOS 12, that being iOS 12.4. So guys, that was kind of a rundown of iOS 12.4 beta 1. If you have any comments, questions, or anything like that about the betas right now, comment those in the comment section down below, and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. If you guys want to join the beta process, if you don't care about all these kind of bad things about the betas right now, go to beta.apple.com. There will be a link in the video description below. You can get registered for the betas that will give you access to the betas as they come out. So guys, thank you for watching this video. I'm super excited to see the beta progression here. Hopefully it gets better, and then obviously we're getting iOS 13 within the next couple weeks. So if you are super excited for that as well, make sure to get subscribed and also hit the bell button to get updates as soon as that content is released, and any of our other content as well. Also, if you want to follow me personally on Twitter, here is the code for that, and it's also in the video description below. I will be a little bit more active on Twitter and kind of interacting with you guys. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask me on Twitter. And then also our Discord server, you can reach me directly there as well. And then there's like a ton of other people on the Discord. It's kind of like a forum platform where you can go and ask any questions. There's different categories. It's awesome. Go check it out, and I'm sure you won't be disappointed. So again, thank you all for watching. I really appreciate all of you and your support, and hopefully I'll be seeing you in some upcoming content. So guys, enjoy the week, and I'll see you soon. Peace.